Hey everybody, welcome to Frannie's Hair. Today I'm going to show you some more Henry Margu styles, so stay tuned. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to mention that Henry Margu is currently on sale at frannieshair.com. That's my website. The sale ends tonight at midnight. So if you have any Henry Margu styles that you want, head on over and check them out now. As you know, Henry Margu does not go on sale often, so now's your chance to get the styles you like. And hopefully you'll see some today that I'm showing you that you like. Also, our Valentine's event, I misinformed you in the last video. I said it ends on Saturday. It actually ends tomorrow on Sunday at midnight. During that event, we have every brand on sale with the exception of Main Attraction, and of course Henry Margu will not be on sale tomorrow. That ends tonight, as I said. Also, there are sales on our accessories. We have a raffle to win a free synthetic Raquel Welch or Gabor wig of your choice. So I'll put a link in the description below that will take you over to the Valentine's event specials. And also you can sign up for the raffle there. So make sure you do that. You could win a free wig. Oh, and before I forget, in the first video, I interviewed Margu and we answered some of the questions that we got from you, but not all of them. So I'll be answering the rest of them during this video. I'll be interspersing that with showing you different styles. So if you noticed, my background has changed again, and one of the reasons for that, actually the biggest reason for that, is when I was sitting in the other chair over there, it was really hard for me to show you the back of the wig, and I was like contorting in all these different ways, you know, throwing my back out. So I decided to bring down the office chair, which spins. How much easier is this? Why didn't I think of this sooner? Anyway, it's easier over here in this part of the room because I have more space to spin around, so that's why I did that. Plus, I don't know about you, but my eyes get tired of looking at the same thing all the time, so hopefully it's a nice change of pace. And I actually feel that way about wigs. I can change up my style and my color and my entire look so easily, and I get a lot of variety that way. So anyway, that's why the backdrop changed. All right, now let's get started. Okay, let's start with this wig. This is Fiona in the color 12H, and 12H is a light brown with some golden blonde highlighting there, so hopefully you can see that. Really pretty color. This style came out of the box looking like this. The only thing I did, I'm going to bend down here, my tools are over here, is I took my wig brush and I went over the part like this just to lift the fibers off the cap and take out the factory part. I find a brush works better for that for me, so I really like using that. Okay, Fiona has a lace front, so you can see that there. And she has a mono top, and the mono top is a little bit smaller than a lot of mono tops I've seen, and I was trying to figure out why they did that, and when we look at the cap I'll show you. It looks like there's permatease right around that mono top, and I think that's what gives it this nice shape here around the crown of the head. Let me just show you. If you part it somewhere else, you can part it anywhere else where the mono top is, and I'll show you where that is when we're looking at the cap. All right, let me tell you a little bit about the measurements. So before I tell you about the measurements, my circumference is 21.5 inches, my forehead to chin 8.5 inches, and the rest of my measurements will be in the description below, so you can check that out and compare that with yours. If you don't know how to measure your head, on my website under sizing or the blog, both places I have how to measure your head for a wig. So head on over there and check that out, and I'll put a link in the description below. Okay, so your measurements for this wig, the back it says is 6 to 8.5 inches, and I imagine because there are layers, that's why there's different measurements. The nape is 6 inches. The overall length is 13 inches. The bang is 7 inches, so it's more of a side bang. It looks a little longer there, but maybe there's a shorter piece I'm missing. Let's look on this side. Yeah, I guess that's probably your 7 inches there. So if you wanted bangs in it, you would definitely have to snip them. So this is more of a side bang. The length from the ear tab is 8.5 inches. The top, it says, is 5 1/4 to 9 inches. So I imagine this small piece here is 5 1/4, and then it goes down to 9 inches. The sides, 7.5 to 8.5 inches, and she weighs 3.3 ounces. She feels light. As far as density goes, I'm going to say medium density. You do have that permatease in here, although it doesn't feel like a ton of hair. So it does feel on the lighter side of medium, I would say. I really like the shape of this. As far as how the cap fits me, it's fitting me perfectly. And I haven't adjusted anything, so when we look at the cap, we'll see where the adjusters are. All right, I'm going to spin and show you the style. That's why I have this chair. I think it's going to be so much better than me trying to contort myself in that chair. Okay, here we go. That was definitely easier. All right. What happened to the glasses? Oh, here they are. Let me try the glasses on. Oh, I didn't show you the ear tabs. Let me show you the ear tabs first. You know, I like to look at the ear tab coverage. So here's the ear tab, covers down to here, and you know I have this hair here that grows forward more, but I think I'm getting really good coverage with this. You can see that there. Okay, and let's try the glasses under the ear tabs. I would definitely feel that. Over the ear tabs, no problem. This is how I would wear it. All right, let's take this color outside and then we'll come back and look at the cap. Okay, I'm standing on my stoop because it snowed last night and we haven't shoveled yet. But hopefully you can see this color here, 12H. Look how pretty that is. I love this. All right, I'm going to walk into the house so that you guys can see the change in lighting too. All right. There you go. I think I messed up the part when I was playing with it before. There you go, in all different lightings. Such a feminine style. I love this so much. All right, let's take a look at the cap. Okay, here you go. You have a temple-to-temple lace front, the mono top here, and as I said, this mono top does look a little bit smaller than some others I've seen. And right around that, you can see where that permatease is. That gives you the shape around the crown. You have open wefting. You have open ear tabs with metal stays, and hair spliced in there, which is really nice. And then you have your open extended nape and your Velcro adjusters. Okay, that is Fiona in 12H. Okay, so I ended the last video wearing Hannah, but I hadn't actually done a review on her, so I'm going to do that for you in a moment. I'm going to get to some of the questions that you guys asked that I asked of Mark and we didn't address in the first video. All right, so somebody said, could you please mention to Henry Margu about introducing a platinum creamy blonde with a shadow light rooting, no warmth. Example, I wear a cream shadow shade 2361 by Raquel and sun-kissed beige B6 Gabor. Thanks. So with all of your suggestions, I gave them all to Mark. He took note of them, and they really do take your suggestions seriously, so you can keep them coming. He can't say whether or not they're going to implement those suggestions yet. They really have to go through their whole process to decide what they're going to do. But be sure that I told him all about all of your suggestions. Okay. Here's another suggestion. Can you ask them to incorporate a widow's peak into the front lace? And that was a very interesting question. I hadn't heard that one before, and I don't know how easy that is to do, but I did pass on this suggestion, so we'll see what happens with that. What colors are in 88 GR? It has more than one color. I have a challenge finding blondes that work with my skin tone, but 88 GR does. I would like to know the colors it contains so I can maybe find other blondes I can wear. That's a great question, and color is so difficult. We know that. So Mark said it's a combination of a light wheat blonde with a strawberry blonde. So that was interesting. Okay, can you be so kind to ask Henry Margu about toppers for short hair women? There are hundreds for long hair, but just a few options for short hair. The best I've seen are human hair, but very expensive. So he said they do have some short hair toppers, and he gave examples, Delight and Envy. So I will put pictures of those up here, and those could be some that you could look into. Okay, so now let's talk about this wig. We'll go back and forth, and I'll answer the questions as we go. So this wig, as I said, is Hannah, and she's in the color 2418 GR, which is described as a light ash brown with gold blonde highlights and dark brown roots. So you can see the dark brown roots there, and the light ash brown and gold blonde highlights. And I'll take it outside for you so you can see it as well. This seems similar to Fiona with some differences. I would say the bangs are shorter, definitely, and I'll give you the measurements. Also, this feels more dense. This is definitely a medium density wig. It has a decent amount of permatease in it, so it's more voluminous, I would say, than Fiona was. She had a straighter looking style, but there are some similarities. So let me tell you her measurements. The back is 3.5 to 9 inches, so she has some shorter layers. The nape, 7 inches. The overall length, 12.5 inches. The bang, 5.5 inches. So if you were to pull this down, you could make a bang and snip the bangs. And I would probably wear it behind I can't see a thing with these bangs in my eyes, but I'm trying to give you an idea. I would probably put it behind my ears with the bangs coming down. I like it as a side bang as well. The length from the ear tab is 9 inches. The top, 4 inches to 11 inches. The sides, 3.5 to 9 inches, and she weighs 3.95 ounces. So Fiona was 3.3, so there is definitely a difference in the density, and I can feel that. And also, I would say the layers to this are shorter. So you have a definite short piece up here. It's a little bit wispy down here. She has, just like Fiona, she has a lace front. See that there? And a full mono top. Let me grab my rat tail here so you can see that. And let me spin for you and show you the whole style. And let me know, which one do you like better, this one or Fiona? I'm curious. All right, let's try on the I'll show you the ear tabs first. Trying to be organized about my reviews so I remember to do everything. Okay, so the ear tab, good coverage again. You can see on both sides. As I said, definitely medium density, definitely permatease. All right, let's try the glasses under the ear tabs. I would feel that. Over the ear tabs, no problem. All right, let's take this lady outside. Okay, here you go, 2418 GR. Hopefully you can see that. And we'll go into the house. You can see the change in lighting. Pretty color. Okay, let's look at the cap. Okay, this is an extended lace front. As you can see here, it goes from ear tab to ear tab. You have the full mono top, and this is bigger than the Fiona mono top. And you have open wefting here. your velvety ear tabs with the metal stays, your extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. Okay, so that's Hannah in 1824 GR. Okay, meet Katie in 7H. 7H was the first color I ever bought from Henry Margu in Candace. So 7H is a brown with highlights, a brunette with highlights. And I would say it's a medium brunette, not a real dark brunette. Hopefully you can see that there. I saw somebody wearing Katie in my Facebook group just this morning, and I thought, how adorable is she? And then I realized I had one here to show you. So, and if you're not part of my private Facebook group, come over and join us. It's called Frannie's Hair. I'll have the link below. It's so much fun. You'll see real women wearing wigs so that you can get an idea of what they actually look like. Sometimes the stock photos are not so accurate, as we know. Also, people are there with tips and tricks, and they help each other out with questions, so come join us. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's talk about Katie. Okay, Katie is a bob with bangs, and I'll give you the measurements soon. She's longer in the front and shorter in the back, a style that I really like. I think it works with a lot of face shapes. She has a lace front and a monofilament part. And I have not brushed out this part yet. This is right out of the box, so let me just do that there. Get those fibers off the cap. I don't know if I changed that at all. It's so hard for me to see in this lighting, but okay, let's talk about her measurements. The back is 6.5 inches. The nape, 1 3/4 inches. The bang is 4 1/4 inches. So for me, I'd still need to trim it a little bit. Really cute, though. I could totally wear it like that behind my ears. I like it actually swept off to the side like that. The length from the ear tab is 5.5 inches. The top is 3 inches to 6.5 inches. The sides are 4 to 6.5 inches. And she weighs just 2.7 ounces. I really like this style. Let me spin for you, show you the style, and then I'll talk about the density and permatease. Adorable style. So density-wise, I'm going to say she's medium density. I definitely feel some permatease, which again is used to disguise wefting and add shape and volume. I really like the shape it adds to this one. And I'd probably wear her behind my ears like that. Let's take a look at the ear tabs. So the ear tabs, I don't know if you can see. Just dropped my computer. The ear tabs come about to here. Let me show you on the other side. There you go. And let's try the glasses. Under the ear tabs, definitely feel that. Oh, we forgot to look at the adjusters on the other wigs. All of these are fitting me perfectly with a 21.5 inch circumference. Hopefully I showed a picture of the adjusters when we were looking at the caps. I think I did. So just look at where those adjusters are. Typically, Henry Margu fits average to even a little bit larger than average, and they do have other sizes, which we talked about. They have petite average and petite wigs. As a matter of fact, I think I have a petite average here to show you. So if I didn't say under the ear tabs, I would feel it over the ear tabs. Totally fine. Let's go take a look at the color. Okay, so here you go. This is your 7H, which is a medium highlighted brown. And I can't tell if those highlights are blonde or a lighter brown in there. Okay. Let's go through the house. Did you guys see all that snow behind me? My husband just got a snowplow for his ATV. He is having the best time. Okay, let's take a look at the cap. So here you go. You have an extended lace front from ear tab to ear tab, your mono part, permatease in here, open wefting, velvety ear tabs with the metal stays, the extended nape with Velcro adjusters, and the adjusters could go out a little bit more, you can see there. So if I were to extend it, I would say it could go another 1/4 of an inch on each side. About that, yeah. Okay, so that is Katie in 7H. Okay, meet Athena, and the first thing I noticed when I put Athena on is how light she feels. So I would say, even though I do feel, I think, some permatease in here, she does feel lower density and very light, and we'll get to her measurements and weight and all, but that right off the bat, I noticed that. This is in the color 60101 GR, which is described as silver tones with light platinum highlights and brown roots. So a lot of times they'll do this silver color with a black, and a lot of people don't like that. Here you have the brown roots, so it's a little more subtle. And I like how this has the layers, and it's nice and long. Let me tell you about the measurements. And I know a lot of people say to me, do you have any gray-haired long wigs? Because not everybody wants to wear short hair. There are some, and this is one that you can get in a gray or a silver, however you want to describe it. Okay, the back is 9 to 13 inches. Let me just pull this here. The nape is 9 inches. The overall length is 15 inches, so it is a longer wig. The bang is 6 inches, and again, you could trim bangs if you wanted to. This is so nice. You can stick this behind your ear easily, and it'll stay there. I would wear the bang off to the side like that. The length from the ear tab is 9 inches. And the top is 6 to 12.5 inches. The sides are 7 to 13 inches. And she weighs just 3.75 ounces. So she is light for all of this hair. And down here, you can see these layers here. They're very light and not real thick. So it's a nice look. Okay, let me spin for you, show you the whole style. All right, let's look at her features. She has, let me see, I gotta put this computer down where I don't drop it. Put it back here. She has a lace front and a mono top. So let me grab this so I can show you that you can part it elsewhere. There you go. Let's look at her ear tabs. She's fitting me perfectly. She feels actually slightly larger cap size than the others did, and I noticed that the adjusters were already adjusted in. So I'm going to say this one goes even a bit larger than some of the others. All right, the ear tab comes down to here. This is actually a good match for my hair that's growing here. This is my hair right there. And the ear tab to there. Let's try the glasses under the ear tabs. That doesn't bother me so much. And I did feel like the ear tabs on these were slightly shorter, and maybe that's why. And over the ear tabs, no problem at all. Let's look at this color outside. Okay, so here you go. You can see the color. And I know some of you will say to me, oh, that's so shiny. And you can do a cold soak and use dry shampoo if you don't like the shine. Although shine is coming back. People are getting glazes on their regular hair to make it shiny. So there is that. But the color is gorgeous. Look at that with the brown rooting there. All right, let's take her in the house. Okay. You can see her in all the different lighting here. Really pretty. All right, let's take a look at her cap. Here you go. You have an extended lace front, ear tab to ear tab, full mono top, open wefting, your velvety ear tabs with metal stays, and an open extended nape, and you can see how far in the Velcro adjuster is there. And like I said, it still fit me a little bit bigger than the other wig, so I'm going to say that this one runs a little bit larger. Okay, so that is Athena in 60101 GR. Okay, so this is Brie in 10613 GR, one of their most popular colors, and this is a hand-tied piece. So I wanted to try some more of their hand-tied pieces. If you saw in the interview with Margu, that is hard to say, I tried on Chelsea, which was a hand-tied piece, and I really did like the cap, so I wanted to try another one. Now this one is also in the size petite average, and the way they work their sizing and styles is that a specific wig will come in a specific size. So you don't get size choices in each wig. So Brie comes in a petite average. That's the way it works at Henry Margu. So as I said, this is Brie in the color 10613 GR, which is described as a light ash blonde with platinum blonde highlights and medium brown roots. So you can see here your medium brown roots there, and you have your ash and platinum blonde running through it. I showed you Michelle in this color in the first video, and you guys apparently really liked it because you ordered it. So I will spin for you and show you Brie, and then we'll talk measurements. Okay, so her measurements, her back is 2.5 to 3.5 inches. The nape, 2.5. The bang, 3.5. 3.5. So if you wanted to wear the bang, you could. And again, I like a bang with the rest behind the ears. I don't know why. But I also like this off to the side, I think, for me. The length from the ear tab is 2.5 inches. The top, 2 to 4 inches. The sides, 2 to 3.5 inches, and she weighs just 1.8 ounces. Very light, and yet you still have this voluminous look, and you can play with her, get a little more height in here if you want, or you could tamp her down if you wanted to do that as well. You can wear her behind your ears very easily. Really cute style. All right, so let's look at the ear tab here. Oh, I didn't tell you the features. Okay, so she has a lace front. Let's take a look at that there. And a monofilament top. So I'm going to show you here. And if you wanted to part her elsewhere, there you go. The ear tabs. Good coverage. It is a little bit shorter on this than some of the other wigs, so I have a feeling my glasses are going to fit right under there. And I know some of you had said in some of your comments and videos, oh, I tried this wig and it was so big on me, the ear tabs were hanging over my ears and then it bunched up. So that's why I try to show you the coverage of the ear tabs, but also it's important to know all of your measurements. I can't stress that enough. So make sure you measure correctly. And like I said, I have a video on that over on the website, and there will be a link. And then I also do have a video out called Everything You Need to Know to Choose a Wig, where I go over measuring and a bunch of other stuff too. So you can check that out as well. All right, let's try the glasses on. Under the ear tabs, yeah, don't feel it. I think it's actually going underneath where the ear tab ends, so not a problem. And then over the ear tabs, no problem also. All right, let's take this color outside. Okay, so here you go. You can see your medium brown roots there and the ash and platinum blondes. I can see why this is a popular color. It's kind of like shaded biscuit, a take on that color. Coming through the house. There you go. Okay, let's take a look at the cap. Okay, so you have your extended lace front from ear tab to ear tab, your monofilament top, and you can see this is all hand tied in here. This looks like there's some closed wefting down here. So it's not 100% hand tied, but it is hand tied in this part here. Okay, and here you have the velvety ear tab with the metal stays, your extended nape, and your Velcro adjusters, and this fit me just fine, and it is adjusted in so it can go larger. Typically, hand-tied pieces can be a little bit more snug, but I think this definitely could go even a little bit larger than an average size. And if you're not familiar with hand-tied caps, here you can see my hand through it here. The beauty of this is, should the wind blow, you will not see any wefting. There's no wefting here to be seen. And also, because the fibers are hand-tied, they fall more naturally like your hair would. When fibers are sewn in wefts, they're in strips, and so that's not how our hair grows, obviously. So it doesn't fall quite as naturally as when it's hand-tied. Okay, so that is Brie in 10613 GR. Okay, this is Devon in the color 37, and I'm going to get to this in a minute. She's a hand-tied piece, and if you're looking for something lower density, this is a great option. But before that, let's just get to a few of the questions that are left. So one of the questions was, why isn't Henry Margu on sale as often as the other brands? And what Mark said to that was, if the brand was on sale more often, they feel that they would have to compromise the quality. And he said, you really get what you pay for. They pay attention to the quality, and the price point is set based on the quality of the wig. So they do put it on sale a couple of times a year, but they can't have it on sale more often. And then finally, there was a question, why do their average size caps measure ear to ear 11 inches, whereas Raquel Welch wigs average 13 and a half? And then it says, I still have a small gap. That is a big difference, which keeps me from considering one of their wigs. So each of the brands, when you check out the size charts on my website, you'll see there are differences between brands. But generally, 95% of the population is going to fit into an average cap, especially a machine wefted cap, which has stretch. So if you get a basic cap or something that's fully machine made, you're going to find more stretch. The more features a cap has, the less stretch you're going to have. So if you're worried about that 11-inch measurement, and I think ear to ear I might be 11 or 11 and a half inches, then I would say start out with something that's machine made with the stretch in it, or try a piece that you really love, and if it doesn't fit you, keep the tag on, keep the box in good condition, and at frannieshair.com you can return it. Okay, so let's talk about Devon in the color 37. Devon's a really cute style. She has a bang here, and I'm going to give you the measurements. Okay, and 37 is described as a light brown mixed gray on top, graduating to medium brown mixed gray in the back. So hopefully you can see that there. And I have so many people asking me about brunettes mixed with grays, and this is a really pretty color. So if you're one of those people, try 37 in Henry Margu. Okay, now let's look at the measurements of Devon. The back is 3 1/4 to 9 1/2 inches. The nape is 3 1/4 inches. If you hear that music playing, that's my dishwasher. When it's done, it plays music. Where was I? Okay, the nape, 3 1/4 inches. The overall length, 13 inches. The bang is 5 1/2 inches, so if you wanted to wear it as a bang, you'd probably have to snip it unless you have a long forehead. The length from the ear tab is 7 inches. The top, 5 1/2 to 9 1/2 inches. The side, 7 inches, and she weighs 3.1 ounces, so she is light. And like I said, she feels low density. I don't feel any permatease at all in her. So if you're looking for a low density, no permatease wig, this could be a great one for you from Henry Margu. Now let's take a look at her features. She has a lace front, you can see there. A full mono top, so you can see that there, and let me get the rat tail brush so that I can show you. There you go. The ear tabs, let's take a look. Nice coverage here. This is actually going to match my hair pretty well. That bottom piece there that I was just pointing to, this here is my hair. But the ear tab comes here, so you get a nice coverage there. Okay, and the glasses. Let's try that. Under the ear tab, definitely would feel that. And this feels a little more snug. This wig will look at where the adjusters are, but typically hand-tied caps are a little bit more snug. There we go. Didn't feel that over the ear tabs. Okay, let's take 37 outside. Okay, so here you go. This is the color 37. I think this is a really pretty mix of gray and brunette. Let's take her into the house in different lighting. There you go, so you can see that. Isn't it amazing how it changes in a different lighting? Okay, let's take a look at Devon's cap. All right, so you have your lace front, full mono top. You can see here, this is all hand tied in here, so you can see my hand there. It does look like there is some wefting here, around here. And then you have your extended nape, your Velcro adjusters. You can see where they are. I would say they're pretty much to the end. You might be able to move this one over a little bit more. So I'm going to say that this one goes to an average. I don't know if it would go much larger. Really beautiful cap. All right, so that is Devon in the color 37. Okay, and finally meet Avery in 8H. And I forgot to mention, none of these styles are heat friendly. And I know somebody asked, will they be coming out with a heat friendly line? I posed that question to Mark, and he said they are taking all the suggestions, and they do get suggestions for heat friendly styles. So hopefully they'll be coming out with something. We'll see. All right, so 8H is a medium brown with highlights. So this is a really pretty medium brown, and you'll get to see that outside as well. And the style Avery, she has a lace front. Hopefully you can see it there. And you can see the dark knotting. I would have to use some sort of powder there. And she has a mono part. Now this bang here is falling in my face a little bit. This may just be this piece. I don't know if it's all the pieces. I only have this piece, but I would have to work with this. And actually, maybe this will be the piece I work on in the video where I show what I do to style something off my face, especially if it's not heat friendly. So I will be working on that soon. Stay tuned. All right, as far as measurements go, the back is 4 to 9.5 inches. The nape is 4 inches. The overall length is 11 inches. The bang is 8.5 inches. It seems correct. That's the length of my face. The length from the ear tab, 6.5 inches. The top, 4 to 10.5 inches. The sides, 6.5 to 9.5 inches. And she weighs 3.3 ounces. Feels very light, low density. Another good low density choice. Really pretty wig too. And I would probably just put it behind my ear like that. All right, let me spin and show you the style. Let me take this out. Yeah, I would definitely have to work with this bang here. All right, let's look at the ear tabs. Got good coverage there. You can see a little bit of my hair here. Comes to there. And let's try the glasses. under the ear tabs. I feel it a little bit. Over the ear tabs, totally fine. As far as how this cap is fitting me, it's fitting me really well. I wouldn't need to adjust it, and we'll take a look at where the adjusters are when we look at the cap. All right, let's take this outside. Okay, here's your color 8H, really pretty. It's a medium brown. It looks like it's highlighted with lighter brown. Take her in the house. All right, let's take a look at her cap. Okay, she has an extended lace front from ear tab to ear tab. You have looks like a middle part. Yeah, it looks like a middle mono part. I couldn't tell when it was on my head. May have some permatease around here, but if there is, it's not much at all. This, like I said, this feels low density and lightweight. You have the velvety ear tabs with the metal stays, the extended nape, and let's look at where the adjusters are. So the adjusters look like they're adjusted all the way out. So I'm going to say that this would go to an average. You do have some stretch in here, but there's no stretch in this part because you have these features here. So I would say to an average. All right, and that is Avery in 8H. Okay, I hope you enjoyed seeing those styles. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments below. Come over to our private Facebook group, Frannie's Hair. We have group experts there that can help you with any questions you have. Also, you can go to the website, frannieshair.com, and fill out questions on the contact form, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Don't forget, Henry Margu is on sale until tonight, midnight, so if you liked any of these styles, go check them out. And our Valentine's event ends tomorrow night at midnight, and don't forget to enter into the raffle to win a free synthetic Raquel Welch or Gabor wig of your choice. All right, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.